To me, muster means everything that being a Texas Aggie is. When you think about the values of Texas A&M that we all hold so dear, that's what muster is. Muster is about celebration, muster is about life, muster is about remembering, and just everything that is Texas A&M is all summed up in that one tradition of Aggie muster. When you think about Texas A&M, obviously one thing that comes to mind is the traditions of Texas A&M. And all schools have traditions. So you think about A&M, you think about Howdy, you think about Gig'em, you think about the Aggie ring and all those things that are special. And every school can come up with something special. But no school in this world has a tradition like Texas A&M where we take time every year to not only celebrate being former students of this great school, but also celebrate the lives of those that we've lost during the past year. And I think that just is the Aggie spirit that no matter who you are, no matter how much you participated in Texas A&M, or no matter what you did at Texas A&M, you're always going to be remembered on April 21st. And that's something I think is special for any Aggie to know that I have a special place at Texas A&M, and when my time comes, I will be remembered. I think that sets us apart. No other school does that, and that makes us unique and special. I think it's important for students to be involved at Texas A&M and to be involved in muster, because Aggies will always talk about being a family. And from the day that you start at Texas A&M and you go to fish camp, you're accepted into this family. But our family has such a long history, and by being a part of muster, you can become to understand really even more what it means to be part of the Texas Aggie family. When you get to see and meet the members of the 50th anniversary class and understand what they went through and what Texas A&M meant to them, and then to relate that to your own experience as a student at Texas A&M, just helps you understand your heritage and your history and why Texas A&M is such a special, special place. As a former student, muster continues to be a part of my life, I think, in a lot of ways. I mean, obviously, for myself, I make it a point to always attend a muster on April 21st. I've had the privilege of being able to speak at a number of musters around the country, as well as being involved with the muster committee here on campus. But I think the way muster has really affected my life, especially my life as a Texas Aggie, is by having the opportunities to interact with former students at musters. Now when I'm on campus, and now as I get older myself and think back on the days that I was here at Texas A&M, it just really helps you understand the importance of life. Not only the life that we get to live, the privilege that we get to be, that we get to have as Texas Aggies, and also just understanding that what we experience here is important, and what we experience here at Texas A&M is still being lived by our current students. And then again, knowing the value and the honor of knowing that someday my name will be called at muster. I think I reflect on that probably daily as I interact with students and former students. When I think about the most touching musters that I've attended, obviously every muster comes to mind because they're all so special, and even though they're the same, they're all very unique. But two musters that come to mind when you ask that question, first would be the muster in April of 2000, when the 12 students that lost their lives in the bonfire collapse, when they were remembered. I think there was just again, every muster and every Aggie that's being remembered is special, but that had been such a traumatic year, and that provided even more closure, seeing those families that were there and knowing what we had all been through with them, and to be able to be there with them again as we had that special remembrance. The other one that comes to mind was the muster a few years ago when Dr. Robert Gates came and spoke, and at the time he was Secretary of Defense and former President of Texas A&M University. And in his speech was incredible and incredibly moving, but the one thing that I remember as being so special about that is he took a time during his speech and he remembered, because as Secretary of Defense, he sent a letter home to every member of the military that is killed in action. And a number of the individuals that he sent that same letter to were students at Texas A&M when he was president. And he talked about what it was like knowing that he had handed those individuals their diploma, and then he had also sent those letters home to the families of those individuals about their passing. And that was very special. And he added in a roll call of his own to remember those Aggies that he had known as students that had lost their lives in the military, defending our country.